It's 𝗬𝗬𝗕𝗏, it's 𝗬𝗙𝗪, and it is the Trump NFTs, and you're not bullish enough. You're not bullish enough. So on today's show, we're going to discuss exactly why. And I thought let's start off over here with this video for a quick explanation.
Yo.
Open up, man.
What do you want, man?
The law just caught up with me.
You let them catch you?
I don't know how I let this happen.
What did you do?
Election subversion, retention of classified information, and hush money payments to an adult movie star, you know.
Man.
I don't know what to do.
Say it wasn't you?
Beautiful. The feds came in and they found my top secret docs on the bathroom floor. On top of this, now they got me indicted for dabbling in election fraud. I had tried to keep them back from what they were about to see. How can I get away with it when they don't take hush money?
Why you give them amber clouds access to your villa? I listen to a pro cause you act like a beginner. Thought it'd be a postmodern relative truth spinner. Let's review the situation that you caught up in. To be a dictator, now you have to dictate. To say and I convince them say it, they never admit to a word that they say. And if they claim it, you tell them, baby, no way.
Undermined an election.
It wasn't me.
Incited insurrection.
It wasn't me.
Fake wealth to get bank loans.
It wasn't me.
Pressured Georgia on the telephone.
It wasn't me.
Sparked a riot on the Capitol.
It wasn't me.
Paid off Stormy Daniels.
It wasn't me.
She got some sensitive info.
Okay, what's that?
It looks like Toad from Mario. The feds came in and they found my top secret docs on the bathroom floor. On top of this, now they got me indicted for dabbling in election fraud. I had tried to keep them back from what they were about to see. How can I get away with it when they don't take hush money?
So there it is, guys. Bullish on 𝗬𝗬𝗕𝗏, Trump and 𝗬𝗙𝗪, especially the NFTs, right? I mean, I bought a massive collection of these over here, specifically this series over here, which is the mugshot edition, which came out, well, ultimately you were able to at least buy into these a couple of months ago. They should launch right around when the elections are, and you can see the hype that's going to be built up around these. If you don't already have any in your collection, well, these ones are not available on the open market to buy yet. I personally think these are going to do the absolute best, but you can still get the other ones, right? If you go through to the other Trump digital trading cards, these ones are still available as NFTs. And if you do believe NFTs will ever return, I honestly think that this is the safest possible play that you can make, especially leading up into the elections. We know that the orange man likes to make a lot of noise going into the elections, and we've now seen his intentions to side with the crypto people, right? So he's going to latch onto that for a little bit of extra votes. So of course it's a smart play, right? Easy smart play. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into the actual show. Fun and games aside, where are we at within the market? Well, we started to get that little bit of a short squeeze, which we outlined as a major possibility. We started to talk about that earlier on this week, and it's taken until about today. We're starting to see at least the very start of that. There's some clear levels that need to be cleared, at least that $65,000 to $66,000 zone for Bitcoin. Currently, Bitcoin's trading at $63,204. But green across the board on both the hourly, daily, weekly, monthly still remains red over there. So a lot of gains yet to be caught up. But ultimately, our higher time frame viewpoint is that the probability suggests that between May and June, we should find some sort of a major bottom. And then we can start to look to rally up, especially in Q3 and Q4 into the end of the year. We're looking for much higher prices for crypto. And we spoke about the Renko chart and looking at render, which was showing ultimate signs of strength against the rest of the market, printing that green candle over there. And maybe, just maybe, that would be a signal that some of the other coins would start to rally. It could be an early warning signal. Now you're seeing Solana at least trying to print a green candle over here. It's light green, so it hasn't fully flipped bullish once again. But it is a possibility that you might see the sentiment change very quickly, especially if those key levels are reclaimed. So before we get into the show, guys, smash the like button, hit the bell notification, and subscribe to the channel. I just took a copyright strike for your entertainment. So please do me a massive favor and smash the like button due to the copyright strike of that video with the song in the background. So if we look over here at Crypto Crew University, a pretty good observation and analysis. There is a signal which has a pretty high hit rate in the past, and that's simply looking at the USDT dominance versus Bitcoin and the way that you can play this once it comes into a level of support or resistance, the inverse relationship between the two. He says here, monitor the blue in USDT and BTC in the orange as they track, and keep an eye on that inverse relationship. So how does it work? Well, ultimately, Bitcoin is coming into a very, very key level of support over here, horizontal support, whilst USDT is approaching the resistance, right? You're looking at the various pivot levels. That's the S1 support for BTC, and then we have R1 resistance for USDT. So if USDT starts to reject from here, that money might flow back into the crypto market, leading into a pretty substantial Bitcoin bounce. And it's not only that one, there's another chart over here where you look at the tether ratio channel, which is ultimately giving a very, very strong buy signal right now for Bitcoin as it approaches into that key level. Very, very similar to the last chart that we looked at. It's worked phenomenally well in the previous cycles. You're welcome to go through, search 𝗘𝗠𝗠𝗬 if you want to go and have a look at his thread over here. But ultimately, it approaching into the green zone over here is where you start to see those big bounces take place. Not only that, but we have the stock market as well rallying towards the upside. Big, big moves over here, reclaiming that prior resistance, flipping it back into support. And now it's looking like consecutive high lows in the making, right? So you have the lows, high low, probably another high low over here. And more than likely, the stock market's going to rally into all-time highs, which should bode well for the rest of the crypto market. If you look over here, that is only 1.5% away now for the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, which is on the top left. On the top right, we have the NASDAQ, also just under 2% away. And then the Dow Jones is even closer, under 2% away from making all-time highs over there, which is really, really good. That should lead into Coinbase as well, pushing towards the upside, and Bitcoin following. So there are some key levels. We've spoke about the timing of the corrections that we've had within this cycle. On the further end, we're looking at about 63 days, which we're now fast approaching. We've been in this corrective phase currently as it stands today, 58 days, or let's say 58 days. Today's the 58th day. So by next week, Thursday, we will be 63 days, which is on the further end of the spectrum in terms of how long the corrections last. This is our fifth correction. And there's another key level, right? A huge key level that needs to be reclaimed. We actually haven't had any high time frame closes. We haven't had any 2-month closes above $61,380. If we can see prices push up and we can start to break and hold above that level on a closing basis, that will be rather bullish for continuation higher. And then if we start to get any weekly closes above $69,000, that is your go signal. That suggests that we're flipping that area into support and we're looking for massive expansion towards the upside. I don't have this chart open right now, but in terms of the retest of the weekly middle Bollinger Band, both Ethereum and Bitcoin are pretty much at that exact level, which shows you two things. One, strong level of support, and number two, it's been a reset in the oscillators, the momentum oscillators, and volatility has recontracted, allowing for new expansion towards the upside, which means you're looking at high prices. Yesterday, we wicked down towards our level. I mean, I would almost consider that as close enough. I was looking for the wick to hit down into that 0.5 level, which missed it by 1.33% away. So could it be that that's it? We're not going to come back down into that below 60K level, sweeping into 59. Very, very, very possible that ultimately this could be it. It really depends on how the weekly candle closes. As soon as you start to see candle closes happen above this point over here, which is going to be just below, as mentioned, I'll make that nice and big, just below that $65,000 mark, that would start to look like a confirmation of a higher low in play. So mark that off on your chart. The very second that you see a high time frame candle close above $65,000, the probability is the higher low is intact, and we're looking at continuation to higher prices. So let's quickly have a look at the liquidity over here. in terms of which way it is stacked. So zooming in on high block capital, okay, you do have quite a lot of liquidity down at 55.8. We will keep an eye out on that. In terms of the delta over here, it is still negative for Bitcoin. So you can see the short squeeze has been initiated. Shorts have started to close their positions and looking to open up and flip long over here, which is why this is increasing towards the upside. And that is in alignment with did I miss this chart over here? It is in alignment with this chart, which is ultimately showing you, there you go, the increase in the open interest, the increase over here in the CVD futures, and an increase in spot, which means everybody is starting to flip long over here at these current levels, but the move has only just begun. So we are looking for a little bit of a squeeze and higher prices. That should hopefully cause Bitcoin's stochastic RSI to increase towards the upside. Where does that happen? Again, it all comes down to $65,000. If you start to see high time frame candles close above 65, you will have the stochastic RSI moving towards the upside over there. Let's just quickly go onto our portfolio list over here, and we can have a quick scroll through. So if we go through a quick scroll through all the different momentum oscillators in terms of the stochastic RSI are currently attempting to turn up. Solana's already got its one towards the upside. Cardano attempting. Lithium not enough history. Aptos all the way at the bottom there. Atom crossing back towards the upside. AVAX crossing up. Cake at the bottom. Dot attempting to cross up. Injective also bottomed out over there. Casper already crossing up. Look at that massive move on Casper, looking very, very good for continuation. We'll spend some time today on the altcoin, so get your altcoin requests ready. I'm going to move very quickly through Bitcoin because the plan's playing out in accordance, right? We spoke about the potential W formation taking place over here, where bulls will be looking to defend the range low, create the next higher low, which is exactly what we've seen. And you can see the pattern over here, right? W formation. Where do you confirm the breakout into higher prices and the confirmation of the W pattern? Well, again, it all comes down to that 65K level. If you can start to break above that, you might have a temporary rejection from 68K, small pullback, look for the next high low, flipping all of these key levels, the 200 EMA on the 4 hour, the 1 hour time frame, the pivot level, which is currently below price action now, which is a good thing. And then also the 9 and the 18 exponential, the reclaim of those levels will be a very, very good sign, and that will be your next best opportunity to look for longs. And we're targeting up to the range high, which would be a sweep into the $74,000 level and possibly even higher after that. So all in all, bulls are attempting to strike back, but we do need to see a lot more from them. In terms of total 3, if we get any closes that happen in the yellow zone over here, also similar to Bitcoin, that will start to look like you're printing another higher low, and we can look for higher prices. Bitcoin dominance, let's move on. We've been through that a lot. ETH BTC, we've been through a whole lot. Let's look at the altcoins. That's your quick analysis. That's Bitcoin. We're done. Let's get into the altcoins. Let's spend a little bit of time over here. Let me just go back to the portfolio list. Right, there we go. So drop your altcoin requests. Let's get some of those on the table and we can start to look through. Where does Solana flip fully bullish once again? If you can see any closes happening above $160 on the daily time frame, that will clear the major resistance, and then you pretty much have open space between there and the top side of the range, which opens up a potential for a 25% move on Solana, which will be looking good. How's Chainlink doing? Quickly back on Chainlink. Okay, we did tag those low levels down at 1240. If the rest of the market moves, it is probably going to start to move up towards this zone. Here's your breakdown level that occurred at $17.60. That's the zone that we need to reclaim for Chainlink to continue higher. Okay, let's go AVAX. How's AVAX doing? Okay, tag the range low 30, your range level, so playing at level to level. These are the zones, right? Let's quickly grab this. So you're playing from the bottom over here into the top side of resistance, which is going to be 52. Break and hold above that level, and now you're opening up the possibility of trading up to $69. So very simple. Mark off the levels on your various different charts. Most of the altcoins have pretty much hit their support levels. They played out the 30% move that we outlined over a week ago, and now we're looking to trade it in the opposite direction. Okay, Injective got a little bit of work to do, needs to get above $30 to open up the free space similar to Solana, which would create a 45% a potential move between the mid-range and the top side of the range over there. Okay, Casper Casper still doing good in terms of, I think they had some sort of a move onto Rust. I'll update you on that. I need to make doubly sure, but I think I heard something about that. At the end of the day, you've broken the downsloping trend line. The momentum has really started to shift over here. Your next level of resistance is coming up at 14.55. I'm still a very, very big holder of Casper. I'll continue to hold that position for the rest of the bull market. I am bullish. I was hoping to allocate a little bit more over here between 8.9 and 9 cents. So 0.89 and 0.9 cents. NEAR, let's go on to NEAR. How is NEAR doing? Okay, cool. Also, a little bit of change over here. So NEAR was printing lower highs throughout. That has officially started to shift. So we can start to shift the chart around over here as well and have a look at a couple of different levels. It is printing higher lows. Let's just quickly move back. We need to see a bit more for Bitcoin, right? Understand that until Bitcoin breaks above $65,000, $66,000 and holds there, there is the potential for a trap scenario over here where bulls will get trapped into long positions. In terms of your trend, it is beginning to shift here where you have multiple higher lows forming and you've officially broken the lower highs, right? So there was your last lower high. You have broken that on NEAR. What does that mean for the trade? Well, that means that you can start to target the top side, which is coming in. Let's quickly change that back to the correct color. There you go, at about $9. That is your next overhead resistance zone. How's SUI doing? Okay, SUI, there's a trade. There is a trade, so I can give this trade right now. That's an opportunity, so you can take the long trade right now. This would be it. This is your trade. Feel free, guys, open up your Bybit accounts. By the way, when you do open up the Bybit account, if you go through to the link in the description below and you go through here, Bybit, it says Bybit Gummy airdrop is imminent. All you have to do is click on that. They're actually doing an incentive right now where you can get $100 free, right? So you click on that link, it will come through here. You'll get $100 free with the Gummy airdrop. All you have to do is trade $500 worth of volume, which is very, very easy. You take $100 on USDT, trade any coin that you want on 5x leverage. That's a $500 trade. Literally, you can open, close it. You get a free $100. Very, very, very simple incentive. So that would be it. Let's go back to where we were, which is, where are we? Here we are, SUI. Okay, so this would be the SUI trade. Stops would go below yesterday's candle low. You can start to open up the long. Easy trade, 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio on SUI. That would be the long opportunity over here. Longing it to the top side. Let's zoom in on the 4 hour, just see if we can get a little bit of a better trigger plan. You might get a little bit more of a pullback over here because as you can see on the 4 hour time frame, in essence, the trend still does remain towards the downside, right? Price has been downtrending, but you can start to build that position. So a higher time frame on the daily time frame, that's what the trade would look like. On a lower time frame, you can probably find a better trigger plan. I'll update the rest of you on Discord. After the show, I'll sit and I'll sift through this chart and try to find a better trigger plan for you guys. But pretty clear, right? Hit the range low or the mid range over here, which is your key support level, looking for price to bounce with the rest of the market and head towards the top side over there. Okay, TON looking very bullish. We only got one of our 3 orders in over here and price is starting to move. Again, if the market pulls back over here, there could be a complacency bounce. Where is the idea of a complacency bounce completely incorrect? Well, that would be, of course, if you do start to break above these candle highs over here, then you're in price discovery and it's going to be going a lot higher. Okay, how's Arbitrum doing? We know that in Discord as well, Mo just gave a long trade over here. Let's quickly share this over here with you guys. This will just be a little bit of a teaser, right, of the types of trades that you get. I'm going to quickly find it. Where is that trade? Here we go. Got it. So there's the Arbitrum trade. There's the long trade opportunity. I did open a position right before the show. So Mo, I hope you don't get me wrecked, bro. I'm taking your trade over there. Check out Discord, guys. It's not only me. Mo's been absolutely crushing it. He longed Rune literally 4 times yesterday. Opened, closed at each intraday move on Rune and absolutely milked it for a massive risk to reward ratio that he claimed over the course of yesterday. Let's continue. How is Optimism doing? Which is, of course, Arbitrum's counterpart trade over here. Okay. Still in a bit of a sloppy zone. I would honestly just wait for the reclaim back above $3. If it breaks and holds above $3, opens up long opportunities, and you can consider this a big deviation. I prefer cleaner looking charts, right? How's Banter doing? Banter forming still a big range over here. The range has been between 55 cents and all the way up here to 83 cents. So also in the middle of no man's land, wouldn't take that trade. Okay, Ondo's in a bit of a better zone over here. If the rest of the market is going to bounce, pretty much yesterday's low would be the invalidation on longs, and you're looking for a broader move up to 98 cents. Break and hold above 98 cents, and this will probably start to move a lot quicker towards the upside. Okay, other chart requests. I'm looking back to the chat over here. Ran is invested in Roost. That's what you guys said. Okay, we can look at Roost. Let's see, Roost. How's Roost? What? Did that just say? Look at that, rugged. Oh my word, Roost rug. I wouldn't touch that. It's debatable. Look, it looks more like a rug pool to me. I don't know if I'd buy something like that. Look, it's been flat that was 4 hours ago. Massive sell-off over there. Roost got absolutely rugged. This was the prior range level that needed to hold. Didn't do that. Obviously, somebody must have market sold a massive amount. Let's actually see over here. Let's see in terms of the whales. Let's take that off. How much did they sell? It's not coming up. Okay, not coming up over there, but massive rug on Roost. Yeah, we'll have to see the fundamental reason for that. I'm sure it's already out on X or Twitter. You can go and have a look over there. If you do, Roost was replaced, they say. They launched a new contract address. So what does that mean? Do they migrate all the tokens? You get a free airdrop if you're holding this Roost. And they migrate it across. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Okay, I saw somebody was relentlessly shilling Phantom. So let's go to Phantom in the chat at least. Phantom, how is Phantom doing? All right, Phantom. Okay, there we go. Okay, we were looking for lower levels on Phantom, but again, if the rest of the market is going to start to move, it's a real possibility that, like Casper, it might not get into those lower orders. It could be that that's, high, low, and you're looking for continuation higher. Ultimately, I would remain patient personally. I like to take things at the extremities. So if there is another flush into this zone, I'll be picking up Phantom at 55 cents. I'm already long on Phantom, so it honestly depends on each individual person. I'm already long on Phantom, some at the range lows over here. I took a little bit more on this trend line retest. So I remain patient on Phantom. I'm not going to be rushing into any positions over there personally. 𝗚𝗎𝗡, how's 𝗚𝗎𝗡 doing? There we go. Okay, 𝗚𝗎𝗡 breaking out of the top side of the range, which is very good. What you want to do now is you want to see, can it maintain and hold this range level? So far, based on the candle close and open, yesterday's candle close and today's candle open, I would say that the probability looks pretty high that it is going to flip 41.50 into support, and then you can look at continuation higher over there. What else? What else do we have? Doge. Okay, let's go to Doge. How's Doge doing? Doge has been, it feels like similar to the prior crypto market in the sense that things like XRP and stuff died off, Monero, all the things that were really top performers in the past. Doge was that of the meme coin sector, but now the meme coin market's become such a massive thing that I think the interest in Doge is starting to die off. It's just been consolidating within this area for such a long period of time, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not a mover, right? Like the rest. Look at Marga up 8%. Look at Walsh up 7%. Wojak up 12% over there. And where's Doge? 0.53%, which is pretty much trading just a little bit more than what Bitcoin is doing. So in terms of Doge, look, you had a long-term accumulation zone over here. You have technically back-tested into the prior range high breakout, which is a support level now. 12 cents becomes an important zone to hold. And I guess if you want a low-risk meme coin, yeah, probably that's an okay zone to accumulate. And eventually you'll be looking for expansion higher up with the rest of the market. But will it outperform? I honestly doubt it. I think that you're still better off with the likes of Pepe, with the likes of WIF. Where's our WIF? Let's have a look at WIF. How's WIF doing? Okay, WIF is attempting to reclaim the mid-range over here. So let's see if we can defend and hold above $3.16. Okay, Render. Let's go to Render because Render has actually been one of the top performers. Where's Render? Is there a possibility for an entry or is it in no man's land? Okay, so there's Render. Also, I think there's better charts out there. Of course, it's done phenomenally well, but where are you going to long this to and where's your invalidation? It's in the middle of nowhere. Therefore, I'd probably leave Render. But what Render is showing you is some valuable information compared to how the rest of the charts are playing out. It's shown early relative strength, right? So a lot of the charts have looked like this, right? Big move up, started to create a W. Now, this is the point where most of the charts are at right now. So it's giving you an early warning sign. Render followed through early. It broke above the neckline of the W formation, creating obviously a big move up. And you're looking for Render to track all the way up to 14 cents. Now, keep that image in mind, and then we can go through to something like Solana, which I continue to maintain my long position on right now. There you go. So this is what I'm talking about. Very, very similar price action, right? You have the move up. You're creating a W formation. Break above the neckline, which is 160. And then potentially you could move all the way up, which is another, I think we said 25%, right? Let's quickly grab this. So from the neckline break to the top, 30%, 25-30% upside potential on something like Solana over there. Okay. What else? What else? What else do we have? Guys, smash the like button. It helps to get the show content out there. Please, please smash the like button and I will pull up some of the other coins. Okay, Filecoin. Yeah, let's go to Filecoin. How's Filecoin doing on the high time frame? We did drop a Filecoin trade in Discord, in Whale Room. But nevertheless, let's have a quick look over here on the higher time frame. Okay, so oscillating around that mid-range level, defending that $6 zone will mean that a possible move up to $7 is next. Reclaim $7, and that's where you start to get bigger breakouts. Now, you'd think that typically as a file storage coin, Filecoin will trade similar to 𝗟𝗡𝗡. So if 𝗟𝗡𝗡 has already started to break out, maybe Filecoin is slightly lagging and should follow through pretty soon. We'll get into the rest of the altcoins in a bit. Another way that you can get involved with early round investments. Remember, Commonwealth, they're going to be launching their token very, very soon. Remember, you, the amazing community, helped me to win that competition in terms of the biggest number of sign-ups to be entered into their fund. So we won $20,000 worth of this token. So I'm going to be giving that away to you guys when the token actually does launch. So stay tuned for that. Their alpha fund reached a $1 million market cap in 1 hour. So very, very bullish. And if you look over here, they've taken the collective decision now to introduce a $4 million soft cap, which is more inclusive for all of you, right? More inclusive for all of you. You can see in terms of their launch over here, it's going to be between May the 22nd and May the 23rd. So just over around 2 weeks away. There is a link in the description below. If you want to find out more about Commonwealth, go through to the link in the description below. Check out their white paper. See if you want to start investing. Remember, this is an incubator type of project, right? So they invest in seed round investments of other projects. And because they have a big fund, they're able to get allocation. Remember, not just anybody can get into these VC funds, but by looking at Commonwealth and getting involved with them, you essentially become the little guy that's part of their VC fund, and you get a portion of the overall pie depending on how much you buy, invest, and stake within their token, right? Cool. So let's continue. What else? What else looks good over here? Let's have a quick look at the AI sector and just see how the AI sector is doing. Okay, kind of in the middle of nowhere for AGIX. FET also consolidating over here. I think these probably all do still have one more big expansive move towards the upside. GRT, okay, attempting to reclaim that key resistance level, which is coming in at 30 cents. Ocean, also in the middle of nowhere. XAI, done terribly, right? As soon as it lost that major support level, it just puked all the way back down. What else? What other tokens do we have? DEXs. Only GMX is doing very well, probably because they announced that they're moving over to Solana. Look at that big move. This would be viewed as a huge deviation if you can start to close back above this exact level at about $34, $35. I would really actually view the breakdown candle over here. $36 is the safer entry. Wait for a candle close above $36 on GMX or something like that. Big move up. Close that candle there. And then the next pullback that comes into this zone over here would be the opportunity to look for a long. Remember what I told you guys also about inefficiency candles. When you have a big inefficiency candle, which is a big up or down candle, you often come back and refill that candle, right? So you're doing that on the downside candle now. Now you're getting a huge up move. If this closes here, don't chase it because you're probably going to come back to fill a lot of that inefficiency as well at a later stage. All right, what else do we have? How's Walsh doing? Because obviously putting in a bit of a pump over there, nothing. Okay, not much. We've got a lot of work to do over there. S-Fund, 𝗓𝗓𝗓. Let's see, how's 𝗓𝗓𝗓 doing? Okay, also 𝗓𝗓𝗓's come down quite a lot. It is at a major zone. This needs to bounce and hold this as support, get back above $3. As soon as it does that, you can say it's regained that level, and then you can open up the possibility of trading up to $4.30. Okay, 𝗏. Let's see 𝗏. 𝗏 USDT. I don't even have, wait, I'm not spelling that right. 𝗏 USDT. There we go. Here's the 𝗏 chart. All right. Okay, so we played out that long. That trade is over. And we haven't looked at this for a very, very long period of time. Let me just clean this all up a little bit, guys, and then we can redraw it and have a look again. 𝗏. Okay. Major support. This is going to be a pretty key level. Roundabout where price action is coming now, this zone needs to hold. I don't like that you're getting multiple closing candles at those zones, because if you want to view this as a trend, simply put it on a line chart, and what does that start to look like, right? A downtrend. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. You are coming into support, but I'd wait for a break of structure on something like this before getting long. So on at least on the daily time frame, put in a higher high, put in the next high low, defend this level, and then you can look at trend continuation, something like that. Otherwise, it's downtrending, right? It's downtrending, and there are better charts that are out there. All right, what else? Okay, meme coins. Let's go back to BlackRock, Larry Pink. Will there be a resurrection of BlackRock? That is the question. $1.84 million market cap. This is the long-term range. Remember, we spoke about the Wall Street cheat sheet phases that these coins go through in short succession. A 4-year cycle plays out in 4 to 6 weeks, which is pretty unbelievable. You've had the depression phase play out over here. You're moving back into the range. I need to see this hold and defend 0.0016 to continue to form an uptrend. That is a critical level that must hold the support. Failure to flip that level will mean that is resistance. If it can flip it, it becomes support, right? Then it becomes support. How are some of these other coins doing? Based AI. This is one that we want to get an entry on. Let's have a look. Okay, very, very sloppy over here, but it has hit the major support zone, so it's putting in a higher low. That could be a potential zone to start to dollar cost average into based AI. 𝗏𝗏 coin. How's 𝗏𝗏 coin doing? It hit our fair value gap, also had a reaction as expected, but technically still putting in lower lows throughout. Lower lows, lower highs. We need to see a little bit more from this one, right? Gummy. How's Gummy doing? Okay, Gummy. Bouncing off the range low, that's looking good. Let's go back to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 had a pretty big move over here. In terms of trading this from a technical analysis perspective, it makes it really, really challenging. It is coming into resistance, so you might have a sweep back into the range low. I think that this will drive you mad if you try trade these meme coins like a perpetual contract. You can't really do that. Focus on getting a good entry. So at a key level, a range low, a mid-range, wherever it may be, and then just holding. That's the best way to play these. Otherwise, you're going to struggle, guys. These are not, coins that you're trading through Uniswap or on Solana where you're not using stop losses. It's difficult, especially on a meme coin. Meme coins are better played by gaining a low market cap entry, and then you write the money off and you just hold it for the long term. So that's my analysis over there on 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. What else do we have over here? BlackRock, Fink, okay, Amogus. Definitely, I got smacked on Amogus. I thought I had the best entry ever. Look at that chart. Terrible, terrible. How are the cats doing? Let's see, 𝗓𝗏𝗏. How's 𝗓𝗏𝗏 doing? All the way back down at the ultimate range lows. So longer term, if you believe that GRC or GCR, whatever his Twitter account is, that big trader that took, I think, $1 million to $100 million. Sorry, $1 million to $100 million. It took $1,000 to $100 million. If he is correct in his prophecy, which is that somebody will create a cat coin called 𝗓𝗏𝗏 and it will probably go to $1 billion, well, you'd be getting in a 13 million. That is a pretty good zone. Let's look at Vitalik's cat, which is 𝗕𝗎𝗎. Here's 𝗕𝗎𝗎, down 9.6%. Same market cap, right? So a nice way to diversify between 𝗓𝗏𝗏 and 𝗕𝗎𝗎. You can get your entry at exactly the same place. PopCat. Somebody asked for PopCat. Let's have a look at PopCat. Do I have it? PopCat. There we go. Let's go to PopCat. PopCat on Sol. Okay, already $500 million market cap. The chart looks decent. Straight uptrend, right? Higher highs, high lows. Honestly speaking, it looks good. That's probably the next major high low. You're going to float up, have continuation higher. If you're only getting in now, it'd probably take profit on the next higher high and then reallocate more or less back at the same entry point that you initially got in. So, guys, I think that's it. Let's leave it at that. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see all of you. Wait, one more thing. Check out dBridge, right? If you do want to make your swaps, dBridge is the place to do it. You're trading from one chain to the next and swapping multiple different coins. dBridge is the place to do it. Here's dBridge. There it is. There's a link in the description below. I'll catch you all on Monday. Have a great weekend and cheers for now.